Good morning, everyone. Or at least it's morning for me right now. I just kind of was having a stressful morning, so I thought, let's take it outside because it's April and it's gorgeous outside. It's supposed to be, today's the first day this year that I think it's going to crack 70 degrees, and then 2 days from now, it's supposed to be 85 degrees for a high. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but yeah, my allergies woke me up. I've been up since like 6:45 in the morning, which sucks when this is like the first day in 5 days that you didn't have to wake up early for work or whatever. And I'm just stressed because since the start of the new year, I've been busting my ass trying to lose weight, and I am, and I know it fluctuates. It's just annoying when you wake up. I've walked 10 miles every day the last 5 days, mostly from work, and I just woke up this morning and I swear I look heavier today than I did start of the new year when I started this thing. Like, I don't know. It was just stressful to wake up and have a gut for no reason. So, a lot of shit just annoying me. So I thought, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna vlog for a little while and burn some calories along the way. Come along with me now. Steve the Amateur Historian. Hello, fella. Hello. He's like running away from me, but he's not like, okay, well now he is. Hello. So this is perfect. I just stopped off to use the restroom right along the beautiful Willamette River here, and actually showed where I'm planning on going to. I'm actually planning on going to both the old historic elevator and the McLaughlin house. Not to just do, historical videos, because I've already done that. This one's gonna be a little bit more interesting, something I haven't done. So I'm in old downtown Oregon City, and I'm getting close to where I want to be. My purpose being here in the OC, don't call it that, is I can't find the YouTube channel anymore. I oddly enough can't find really any information on this anymore. Like 1 or 2 blog posts on somebody's website and some kind of sketchy, skeevy, I don't know. It was a very interesting YouTube account. It was like, let's talk about Oregon City history, and then a lot of like golf conspiracy videos. But anyway, they talked about this little boy who apparently lived in Oregon City and died of typhoid or typhoid fever back like, over 100 years ago. And they theorized that there was like an epidemic that went through town here because everybody, you got the Willamette River over here, you got the Clackamas River over here, and so there's water all around, so I guess people thought it was cool to just drink out of the river, and they later found out that there was like, these, germs and bacteria and Lord knows what, and it apparently caused a string of epidemics, one of which was apparently typhoid fever, which took the life of this young boy. And historically speaking, people have said that they see this boy all over Oregon City. People have described sightings over by Willamette Falls. Yeah, whenever you hear him discussed, however rare it is, his name was, what was his name? It was Carl something. Carl Green. That was his name. God, I should know that's my fucking girlfriend's last name. They may be related. So yeah, there's claims all over this city of seeing his spirit. He's just this little boy, or he's like a boy calling out for help. But apparently 2 places that he frequently makes himself known is a tunnel up here that I actually know pretty well. Didn't know there was any historical value, or at least paranormal historic value. And then you've got the elevator right over here. Apparently, the old elevator here, the only outdoor municipal elevator in America, at least. It may be the world, I'm not dead certain about that, but apparently this area is also haunted by a woman who apparently lived right up over here And when they put in the first elevator, it was literally going to lead like right into her front yard. So of course she was against the idea of building the first elevator before this one. It was a water-operated elevator. And apparently people have claimed to have heard her voice as you go into the entryway down here, which I'm waiting so I can get through here without dying. This is not safe at all. Yeah, but if you go through this entryway over towards the elevator, you'll hear a woman's voice telling you to take the stairs. Don't take the elevator. But reportedly, people have claimed to see and hear this Carl Green kid in the vicinity of this old elevator. So that's where I'm stopping off at first, if I can get there without getting run over. So yeah, there's an underground entrance. Oregon City Municipal Elevator. Here's the darkness. Here's the elevator right here. I don't know if it's operating right now, which sucks for me because I do not want to go up this long staircase. This is the alternate way to get where I ultimately want to go. So apparently, oh man, there's such a good wind coming through here. It feels good. I'm gonna get sunburned today for certain. With it being our first elevator's open. So yeah, apparently when you get to like this area, you get to like right here, and you gotta contemplate the easy way or the hard way up the stairs. You'll hear this woman tell you to take the stairs. Maybe she's not saying anything because I'm too close to the stairs. You have these really crazy panoramic images, or not panoramic, hologram images. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me today. You can probably see Carl's spirit in these pictures. Oh man, if I take this video home and I see like a kid looking over my shoulder, I'm never coming back here again. So maybe if I get close enough to the elevator or hit the button, maybe I'll hear the voice. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Hearing anything, lady, you're not doing your job today. Okay, so my plan is I'm gonna go up the elevator to show you an overview of Willamette Falls, since that's a prominent area too. Then I'm gonna come back down and go up the stairs.
Nice remain for your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, calm down.
I always love riding on this thing. So as far as an overlook point, I'm above old downtown Oregon City right here, and you've got the old bridge over here. You've got the, I am way too bright. There we go, now I'm dark, everything else is actually visible. You got the old Blue Heron paper mill over here, Willamette Falls just past it, and you've got the river running right back here on the fringe of town. And from what I've heard, apparently I don't remember if it's because he lived near the river or what, but some of the first reports, as I understand it, some of the earliest reports of people seeing Carl Green, or at least a spirit of a child that we all want to believe or assume is him, was near the Willamette River, kind of, maybe towards the fringe of where the mill is now, maybe more towards this side. I don't really know exactly how commercialized this place was back in 1913, which is the approximate date that he's believed to have died. Could have been closer to Willamette Falls. I'm not dead certain, but in this general area, near, the fringe of the river, people would, report seeing a spirit or, a kid by the river who disappears. That would freak me out. Especially, obviously over 100 years ago, this wasn't as traveled, it wasn't as full of people. If you're just out here on a quiet night by yourself and you see that, I wouldn't go back down by the river in this town again. At least the stairs are thin. But tougher trek than it looks. Here's the next spot I'm at. I love this spot. You've got this gorgeous layered waterfall here that begins coming out of here. I'm gonna lower you down, let you see what it looks like under there. So I actually remember, it's like 10 years ago, I came out here and I was doing a film with some friends. We're like, it was just me and my friend, and we come back from the dead, just friends getting together making a movie that doesn't make any sense. And I had my friend pretend to be Death. No, he was pretending to be Satan, but he was wearing a death costume. And we filmed it, like right over here. Like he's standing here in his death costume trying to turn me evil, and I'm sitting over here like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And then I'm like, hell with it. And I start walking this way, he starts walking that way. He stops, he turns, and he's like, goes like that, like he's gonna shockwave evilness into me. And right before I go through the tunnel here, I freak and start twitching. And I tumble through the tunnel like twitching, like I've been electrocuted. That was my first time ever going through this tunnel, and apparently, so the lore goes, this hall, this tunnel, hall, I don't know why I called it that, this tunnel is apparently very haunted. I heard an account from somebody who claimed that when they walked through it once, like they felt like they were sinking in quicksand. I hope that's not going to happen for me. But before I go in there, I actually want to go up to the other side because I want to enter it coming this way because I have a personal account to tell you about. It doesn't have anything to do with me, but it has to do with somebody else I saw that was walking through there. So I'm across the street now, but if you look right down here, there's where the stairs come out from the tunnel because I actually wanted to go up around this to the other side. So first things first, this is the beautiful John McLaughlin house, which is one of the oldest houses in all of Portland, if not all of Oregon. And it's still beautiful as can be. John McLaughlin was a very prominent early settler. We got this cool pond with birds, memorial to John McLaughlin, dedicated in 1911. Wow. By the Oregon City Women's Club. But yeah, this place is reportedly also very haunted. People have claimed to have seen John McLaughlin's... Apparently John McLaughlin and his wife still haunt this area. And people have claimed to see their faces in the windows. Usually the windows are blocked out, but it actually looks like I might be able to glance inside through the window. I just want to see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Staircase going up, books on the table. Yeah, and it's you know, a historical spot, so you've got like poles up because they obviously do um, tours and things of that nature. Obviously, I don't want to be the one guy that ends up damaging one of Oregon's most historical landmarks. But I am talking about haunted Oregon City, so it makes sense. And then this house over here, the Barclay House, is only a couple years newer. It's actually the second oldest house in this area. And the oldest one is right next door. But I believe, yeah, here's where John McLaughlin and his wife are buried. So they're buried here, like right here. So it should be no shocker that they're still haunting this area. And isn't it interesting that there's this tunnel right over there that seems to be haunted? There's been claims that, you know, maybe, I don't know if this is just an old piece of concrete or what, but, you know, some of it may be called green. Who knows? Who else? I mean, this is Oregon City. This is one of the oldest towns on the West Coast. Technically regarded as the end of the Oregon Trail to many. That's awesome. So this area is probably haunted as hell, independently of Carl Green. But all that being said, I want to walk back towards the tunnel that I was just showing you, which is right over here. This is last fall. I was shooting footage for a documentary I did about an unsolved murder, and parts of the murder victim's body turned up by Willamette Falls right over here. So I wanted to get a bunch of footage around Oregon City, you know, just to have almost like stock footage. And so I was, of course, you know, up in this area shooting video, and I started to come down these stairs, and I looked down into the tunnel, and I could see the shadow of someone, and as I kind of peered, it looked like it was a homeless guy, not like I'm sorry, that was disrespectful, but not like a mentally ill homeless person, but just a guy who was just kind of dirty. And he's coming, so I'm kind of waiting because I mean, not to be judgmental, but I don't want to get stuck in this tiny little tunnel next to a homeless guy I don't know. So he starts to come to where he's starting to get towards the steps right here, and suddenly his speed, when he's like, you know, maybe 8-10 feet away from starting to come up the stairs, his speed doubles, and he starts like moving really quick, like, I don't know, he's paranoid or something. And as he's coming up the stairs, mind you, I'm standing like right over here, kind of just acting like I'm hanging out. As he's coming up those stairs, he starts very quickly, and he's saying it softly, but he's very rapid speed, like he's just like, no, 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 and he's like kind of looking at the ground and kind of shaking his head. And again, this guy didn't look like he had a mental illness to me, but I just found it very interesting that he had made his way almost all the way through the tunnel, and then he just started moving really fast and going like, no, 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 no. And he walked over and he sat down on these steps and just kind of sat down like, okay, I need to reconfigure my life, you know. And so, I mean, I went past him and went down through the tunnel, and I didn't notice anything. Alright, here we go. Down the stairs. See if anything weird happens. I doubt it. This is always interesting. I remember this from the last time I was here. This area is under video surveillance. Like, why would this area in particular be under video surveillance? We have one of the most iconic locations up there with the McLaughlin house, but this area is under video surveillance? Obviously not doing a very good job. There's still graffiti out here. But anyway, I'm just going to take a moment and just kind of hang out in here, just see if I feel anything weird. It's really cool under here, actually, and the way the blocks are kind of just chiseled together. It's kind of cool under here. And it's really old. I can only assume I don't know exactly how old it is, but I can only assume it's really old. Sidebar. That was weird. That guy's either out of shape to a level I didn't know was possible for any living human being, or that guy was possessed. Like, you know, like I know we just went up these stairs. I went up them too. You get winded, but did you hear the way he was breathing? It was like this, and he had a totally chill look on his face, like he wasn't winded at all. Because I saw that he was kind of a bigger guy, so he'd be exercising, trying to get in better shape. You know? But like as he was approaching me, he was just kind of like, it's very normal face. I turned the camera away because I don't want the guy to get this video anymore. And then as he started to pass me, it was just, but his face looked the same. Haunted as hell. That was a demonic possession I just saw. I hope not, because if that's the case, I need to get the hell out of this tunnel. That was still so weird. If I hear about a guy like going cannibalistic crazy and taking someone's life, and his picture comes up on the TV and it's that guy, well, let's just say you'll know I experienced a true haunting in this potentially haunted tunnel. Of course, you know, people go to haunted places and they always conveniently, magically find some haunting thing that happened. I wasn't expecting anything to happen today, but, you know, you hope. At least a little something. You don't want to be, you know, bringing spirits home with you or anything, unless they're, like, fun. Even then, it's fucking inconvenience in my life. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting. I remember seeing videos on it, and I might do a few more things kind of discussing the haunted nature of Oregon City, because it's such an old town. I mean, there has to be hauntings going on all over the place, even ones that we just don't see. And I wanted to visit, you know, just some of the iconic spots that, in particular, of this young boy named Carl Green, who apparently people just see all over town. It was in respect to specific places he is claimed to have haunted. So all that said, my fellow adventurers, I'm getting freaking hungry, and I need to go eat something. So we can say this particular video is a wrap. Steve the Amateur Historian, and I will see you next time.